Here with us today is Artists for a Better World member Jades Goudreault, a rising singer-songwriter originally hailing from Montreal. The French-Canadian isn't afraid to break the mold of pop music. From her emotionally raw lyrics and delivery to her eccentric feel-good songs, Goudreault's discography satisfies the cravings of every mood and leaves fans wanting more. Her music has received praise from the likes of Dove Cameron, Marshmello, Perez Hilton, Chloe Bennett, and more. Her songs have been in 13 TV shows last year. She made the list of top 100 unsigned live acts of 2022, and she was part of Spotify Top Independent Artists. Music industry execs have their eyes on Jades as the essential rising artist poised to make a major impact in 2023. Jades, welcome.
Thank you.
Jades, could you tell me what inspired you to get into music?
Well, first of all, I've always been an artist. So I was into acting before, and I like drawing and all kinds of art, and I'm performing for people. So it was kind of like a gradual thing for me. Mm-hmm. So it started with a couple solos in a group called Kids on Stage. And then somebody gave me a book called The Encyclopedia of Rock, which isn't just rock. It's like all kinds of genres.
Wow.
And it's like the top, I think, popular artists from like every decade, like top like 50 or 100. Like it was insane. Like it was a huge book. And I got obsessed with it and started looking at every single artist from like, what's it called, 1900 or whatever, or 1910 or something, from the 20s, 30s, whatever, from till now. And that really kind of got my like intense love for music. And then I started kind of posting covers, and then kind of, I don't know how, but just started writing my own songs and then being like, okay, I'm going to do this. But it was a very natural kind of path, I guess.
Right. That's fascinating. So what are some of your greatest achievements in the music field that you've had so far?
It's interesting because I wish my mom was here to say it because I never remember these things. But one of my favorites is being honored by Spotify as one of their favorite independent artists in the world at the Fresh Finds dinner.
That's incredible.
And they've just given me so much insane support on all my music. And they've included me in like 50 of their playlists, including New Music Friday 4 times, which is one of their top playlists in the world. It's really big. And usually it's only signed artists, like major label artists, mostly, right?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And then I've been on like this is all Spotify, but I've been on the cover of several of them, the playlists, and I've been on Best of Pop Canada, Hot Hits Canada.
Wow.
Best of Pop Fresh Finds 2 years in a row. And, you know, just that whole Spotify thing just is so cool to me.
Absolutely.
And then some of my music has charted top 40 in several countries on iTunes. And I've been in dozens of TV shows, not me, my music, including Selling Tampa just a few months ago, which I didn't know of. I thought it was like some like random old person show, local show in Tampa. And because I don't really watch TV or shows or anything. Sure. And then I just started getting DMs from people all over the world being like, I heard your song on Selling Tampa. And I was
amazing.
Like, oh, wait, it's not just my, you know, like whatever. So that was cool. My music is also played on iHeartRadio, Sirius XM, and a lot of other radio stations, which is also rare as an indie artist. Like, I don't even know how it happened, but it's very cool.
Incredible.
You know? Yeah.
That really is incredible.
Those are some of my...
That's really awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how has your music affected others?
I get DMs like every day from fans all over the world, like different ages too, which is really cool. Anywhere from people saying this helps me be more confident, like listening to you makes me feel more confident for school and just all of that.
Yeah.
And to like this helped me through a hard time or through my lowest time or through a divorce or through this or, you know, which is really cool. But my favorite are sometimes just the ones that are like this, just listening to you always lifts my mood, which makes me really happy.
Yeah,
so if
absolutely.
you can lift somebody's mood, then that's kind of where music is kind of like a salvation to keep you like happy and out of the bad places, you know?
Yeah,
that you could
exactly.
go.
It's kind of what we do it for.
Yeah.
Any particular ones stick out in your mind?
I screenshot them to not forget, but I couldn't find it because I screenshot so many things. I don't know at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really, really amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to ask you about Artists for a Better World. What made you want to become a member?
I don't remember how I first heard of it, but I have been a member for a very long time, and I love what they're doing and how they're uplifting good morals and good art, clean art, because there needs to be a support system for artists that are actually like good and like trying to do good, you know?
Absolutely.
Because I live in LA and there's just so much support for art that's infiltrated with negative things like drugs and things like that, you know?
That's true.
It's just such a bad influence. So I appreciate a group like this, and I like how they work with The Way to Happiness and A Drug-Free World and, you know, good organizations, and I love that.
That's really, really awesome. We're really lucky to have you as a member.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what words of advice would you give a young artist who wants a music career?
First of all, don't wait till your art is perfect, because some people wait so long
That's so true.
to just release any form of communication, you know?
Absolutely.
And it's like, don't get caught up in those things. My mom, I'm a perfectionist, so I'm speaking from experience of holding songs and my mom being like, release them. And I'm like, but and then I just did it, and I had really good, you know, wins from that. But even if you don't, you're reaching some people, and guess what? You can always delete stuff.
Absolutely.
You can always delete stuff later, and then or show your progress of how much better you've gotten. Yeah. I keep some embarrassing stuff on the internet sometimes. So there's that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that part. There's building a community is so important, and I think that's like one of the most important things of all time. Like to me, is like I've always been kind of good at, you know, making friends and stuff like that. And part of it is like, if you're in the music world, I've made friends that are writers, producers, just industry people of all kinds. And I save so much time, not only on research, because I'm like, well, if I have a question, I'm just surrounded by it. So I just ask one of my friends. That's one thing. Another thing is we help each other. We're always helping each other, whether, you know, oh, do you know a good producer? Yeah, blah. Or, you know, just anything. We're helping each other. So it's like incredibly necessary. I get people wanting to make music like me and become a singer and not knowing where to start and just kind of not taking any action and not making friends in that world and stuff. And
For sure.
That's just, you need to be learning quickly, and being surrounded by it helps a lot.
Absolutely.
So that's one thing. Another thing is don't really listen to too many opinions and critiques. Like, unless you agree. If you agree, that's fine. Or if you think whatever. But here's a really good example for you of why not.
Yeah.
I went to this convention and I got chosen to get on stage and be critiqued by some Grammy-winning songwriters and producers, like top, right? They were all critiquing me. There was like 8 of them. And honestly, to be honest, I was doing it because I just wanted exposure and to be on stage. I didn't care.
Okay.
But it was interesting to see.
Sure.
And then some of them were like, oh, that line is like really so interesting and cool, and like I love it. And then the next person would be like, I don't get it, and I wouldn't put that in there. I would leave that line out. And they're talking about the same thing, and they're 2 successful people too. Wow. So it's like, it just goes to show, like, go with your instincts. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, go with your instincts. Go with what you want to communicate first. Don't ask too many opinions at first.
Right.
You know, unless you're strong, unless you're very strong and can't be swayed so easily, then you can ask. But
yeah,
that
might be at the top of the list of advice you've given.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's really good advice. Thank you for that.
Of course.
think I'm gonna dance in the rain, even if it was supposed to be sunny out. Cause I really wanna live like this. I came to blow it up like dynamite, and we deserve to feel like this. I bet you we can draw that silver line. Oh shit, I forgot my money at the post office. Should I call back my mom? I didn't think about it. What if the house burns down? I shouldn't think about it. Get up on my way, cause I won't let it ruin my shit. I forgot my lunch on the kitchen counter. Should've tipped the barista, but I need that dollar. What if my boss freaks out cause I was late and now? Get up on my way, cause I won't let it ruin my day. I won't let it ruin my day, cause today's gonna be a good day. I won't let it ruin my, get up on my way, cause I won't let it ruin my day. What's up? I know I'm gonna show off. I really wanna dance in my shoes, yeah, the new ones not to meet me by. Cause I really wanna live like this. I came to blow it up like dynamite, and we deserve to feel like this. I bet you we can draw that silver line. Oh shit, I forgot my money at the post office. Should I call back my mom? I didn't think about it. What if the house burns down? I shouldn't think about it. Get up on my way, cause I won't let it ruin my shit. I forgot my lunch on the kitchen counter. Should've tipped the barista, but I need that dollar. What if my boss freaks out cause I was late and now? Get up on my way, cause I won't let it ruin my day. I won't let it ruin my day, cause today's gonna be a good day. I won't let it ruin my, get up on my way, cause I won't let it ruin my day. I won't let it ruin my day, cause today's gonna be a good day. I won't let it ruin my, get up on my way, cause I won't let it ruin my day. Get up on my way, cause I won't let it ruin my day.